Hello everybody and welcome back to W13 Universe. I'm your host Chich and you're watching Friday Night SmackDown. We are just 2 weeks away from the Elimination Chamber. I'm gonna wait and see if they bother saying anything about Rey Mysterio on the way to the ring. They do not. I am honestly not even surprised at this point. I have been trying so hard to get motivated for this game, but I think there's something about knowing that I'm so near the end that, like, it does one of two things. I either go, yes, it's finally coming to an end, let's just rush it all out, or I go, I want it over now. I don't feel like dealing with this anymore. And I think, unfortunately, 12, I remember, was a rush of like, yeah, let's get this done. And I went mad on recording that towards the end. Whereas 13, I'm like, I don't know what. Well, anyway, the situations continued to heat up between Zack, Ryder, Rey Mysterio, Brodus Clay, Eddie Guerrero. This tag team feud that started here on SmackDown a while back when Ryder and Clay came to SmackDown kind of, I think, hit a hot point a few weeks back on Superstars when Zack Ryder picked up a victory over Rey Mysterio with a lot of outside help from Brodus Clay. Eddie Guerrero was nowhere to be seen in that situation, and we haven't really seen Rey Mysterio or Eddie Guerrero together since. However, last week we did see Eddie Guerrero defeat Brodus Clay, whilst Rey Mysterio recently suffered a loss to Zack Ryder on Superstars. Of course, the first time we saw these guys face off was all the way back at Extreme Rules earlier on in 2011. And they faced off for the Cruiserweight Championship with Rey Mysterio defeating Zack Ryder to take the title away from... No, sorry. Is that right? No, Zack Ryder defeating Rey Mysterio to take the title away from SmackDown to Raw. So as it currently stands, Zack Ryder is 2-0 with Rey Mysterio. And you can't help but wonder if he can make that 3-0 tonight. This match was personally requested by Rey Mysterio. He wants to get that victory over Zack Ryder by any means necessary at this point. I think it's kind of starting to freak Rey out a little bit that this, not to call Zack Ryder a nobody, but someone who's really been struggling to find his footing, keeps beating someone who, well, we've seen how good Rey Mysterio is. The guy ended Drew McIntyre's history-making United States Championship reign. Speaking of Drew McIntyre, he has a chance to qualify for the World Heavyweight Championship Elimination Chamber, which comes your way next Sunday. Oh, there's just suplex on the outside there. And I gotta say, I've noticed Zack Ryder has been a little bit hard on his opponent lately. I don't know if maybe he's just had enough of Rey Mysterio or what, but as I mentioned before, back at Superstars, can't help but notice that it was the involvement from Brodus Clay that led to Rey picking up that victory. I mean, sorry, Ryder picking up that victory. Wrong R.
And his connection with the fans really goes both ways. Avoids the impact there. Mysterio will use every part of his body to help pull out the win.
Cover that main event we got for you tonight, though. The Undertaker and Ryback set to go one-on-one for the first time. Ryback has been undefeated for quite some time. In fact, ever since coming into this season, he has never lost a match. But here tonight, that may change. He has got one of the toughest challenges imaginable in a three-time World Heavyweight Champion, The Undertaker. That's going to be a real tough opponent for Ryback. Of course, Undertaker's precious, the World Heavyweight Championship, is the shot that is won by winning that match. So Undertaker is going to go all out in that main event, I would imagine. Speaking of going all out, I'd say Rey Mysterio is putting on a bit of a show here for Zack Ryder. Hold applied here on Ryder as he struggles out of it and throws Rey Mysterio down. Very nice, very nice. Mysterio, though, coming in quick once again. See, this is the side of the cruiserweights that I never really felt like Zack Ryder blended into. The guy is a 4-time cruiserweight champion. He's found his success with that title, both when it was cruiserweight and the light heavyweight title. We saw Zack Ryder with numerous reigns. Uh-oh. 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 Of course. I wish I could say I was surprised by that, but I'm really, really not. Cover attempt here by Rey. Nah, you're not going to win with that. Not that easy. Do wonder if we'll see any appearance from Brodus Clay or Eddie Guerrero in tonight's matchup. I believe we saw Zack Ryder make an appearance last week when Brodus Clay went up against Eddie Guerrero. It just seems like it's the combination of Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero that aren't really all that tight right now. For whatever reason. Maybe they're just looking to be single superstars. I don't think this is necessarily a personal issue. I just think maybe these guys don't really want to be a team right now. Rey set up in the corner by Zack Ryder. He's had Mysterio in that corner quite a few times. First time he's actually managed to pull a move off. And that tornado DDT. And Mysterio, oh, there you go, finally. Rey Mysterio setting him up in the ropes. 619 to Zack Ryder. Catches him with the splash. Here's the cover from Mysterio. Ryder's shoulders are down and he picks up the win. There you go. That's the Mysterio that we've come to expect. I'd say this one was pretty much all Mysterio. Well-deserved victory here tonight. Can't wait to see what's next for this man. Rey Mysterio is victorious. As the Elimination Chamber comes your way in just 9 days' time, there's a lot to think about, including who's going to be next in line for what championships, etc., as we will be seeing 6 important championship matches on the final show before WrestleMania. But coming up next. Yep.
Approaching the ring, weighing 287 pounds, Mankind.
Well, this should be an interesting tag team matchup. The Celtic Cross at the face-off against the unusual combination of Mankind and Stone Cold Steve Austin, two guys that we've seen bring each other to their limits during their time on ECW. But here tonight, they're going to be tag team partners. And we'll see if they can form some kind of an alliance to win and both qualify for the Elimination Chamber. Right now, the field is set with the World Heavyweight Champion Triple H defending against the former champion Brock Lesnar. There are still 4 participants to be determined. And of course, Austin is someone that I think would make for a great contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. I'd love to see it, and I'm curious to see if that can come true. The Celtic Cross have really got the odds stacked against them tonight. Yes, they are a successful team. The longest reigning World Tag Team Champions in history, a record they still hold to this day. But this is a different side. This is SmackDown. This isn't Monday nights. And they're up against 2 former world champions in Mankind and Stone Cold Steve Austin. That is going to be a game changer to some capacity. I just don't know how well these two can coexist as a tag team. That's the only thing that I think could set back Stone Cold and Mankind tonight. There's just nothing in common between these two. There's no reason for them to get along, other than that they both want to qualify for the Elimination Chamber. I wonder what the future holds for Drew McIntyre sometimes. The guy is a phenomenal talent, but unfortunately I do feel like he's Well, the thing is, he's a little hit or miss at the moment. One week it feels like he's going right back to the top, and the next week he seems to slip off. A victory here tonight secures him a World Heavyweight Championship shot, so we'll see. You know what's quite interesting is I believe the last time that we saw a six-man match for the World Heavyweight Championship, the field was set as I believe a very similar potential field if the Celtic cross qualify. I want to say that we saw something very similar back at Hell in a Cell where Brock Lesnar won the World Heavyweight Championship, the difference being that was a single fall finish. This one, it will be all superstars must be eliminated, as you all already know the rules of the Elimination Chamber. Speaking of the Elimination Chamber, I mentioned last week that there was going to be a special announcement from the SmackDown General Manager, John Laurinaitis, regarding the Elimination Chamber. Well, he won't be making an appearance here tonight, but I'll be breaking the news. I'll just let Sheamus be introduced first. Well, the breaking news is out, and it is that at Elimination Chamber, there won't be one Elimination Chamber match, there will be two Elimination Chamber matches. Now, traditionally, there'd be one for, you know, each World Championship, maybe even, like, back when ECW was around, you know, we had, I believe, 3 Elimination Chamber matches, but, there will be 2. Now, what Laurinaitis has thought up is that, he wants to combine 2 rivalries into one match. So, there will be a winner-takes-all Elimination Chamber 6-man tag. On one side, you've got Edge, Christian, and Damian Sandow, and on the other side, you've got the unusual combination of CM Punk and Randy Orton for the tag titles, and Dolph Ziggler for the United States Championship. So we could see 3 new well, technically 2 new champions, because the tag titles are 1 title, crowned in one match. But they've got to get through a championship combination of Edge, Christian, and Damian Sandow. It's going to be a hell of a match, I'd imagine. And we've got a small preview of that coming your way tonight, as I believe, I want to say Dolph Ziggler is set to face off against Edge. There's a little while where those guys were kind of like tag team partners and allies. As we were heading towards Survivor Series back in November.
And he goes for the neck breaker.
Drew McIntyre starting things off for the Celtic Cross may not have been a great move, as right now he is getting overwhelmed by Mankind. Interesting to see Stone Cold Steve Austin take the back seat and not be straight into the ring. Austin normally so brazen, you'd expect him to go straight in and never tag out. Following this one up next, we've got the European champion Tensai, who's going to have a very busy set of days ahead of him. If he manages to retain the European Championship this Sunday, Tensai will then have to defend the championship 1 week afterwards at Elimination Chamber. But that's what it takes for the European champion to make it to defend that title at WrestleMania. Right now, there is no contender for the European Championship here from SmackDown, but this Sunday at St. Valentine's Massacre, a Raw pay-per-view, Tensai will defend that championship against a very established Raw superstar. Well, I don't know about that, but a very viable competitor and challenger in Daniel Bryan, who won a shot at the title this past Saturday on Superstars. Well, Drew McIntyre, he's going to take some time to tear apart the announce table, so Mankind's gonna point at his crotch in the meantime.
Goes behind. Drew into the headlock.
Can't wait to be done with this game. Every time I see them run out the ring and tear apart the table for no reason, or start Irish whipping me out of the ring over and over and over again, I'm just gonna be like, I cannot wait. I'm so close. I just really have to get to that point now. I owe it to myself, and I owe it to everyone who has endured this with me. Clothesline there by Mankind. Is he going to be able to get the victory over Drew? No.
You can see the pain shoot through the superstar's body off that slam.
One thing I really wish I could like somehow look back on and see is how I was with W13 when I first played through it, because it actually, like, I know I shot on this game quite a bit in this playthrough, but it kind of weirds me out how much I've come to not like this game, because I don't remember it being this bad when I first played it. And I don't know if maybe that's because I'm doing the PS3 version. I know there are sometimes console differences, but I can't imagine that will have made a change. And maybe it was just I had like CAWs and stuff. Maybe it was because, I mean, I know around 12 and 13 I wasn't really taking Universal that seriously. I wasn't really developing a whole lot like I do now. But Austin is waiting to be tagged in the corner there as Mankind continues to brave this one by himself. I'm starting to wonder if he's ever going to tag out. You know, originally my first thought there was to speculate on whether there's any tension between Mankind and Austin, and there very well could be, but where that would have stemmed from, I'm not entirely sure. Sheamus now laying into Mankind. You know, I can't imagine what it must be like to have to compete, well, not have to compete, but to choose to compete even, in the outfit that Mankind does. That's got to be very limiting on you, honestly. I think I've heard a "We Want Austin" chant more than once so far in this match, and well, I gotta say, I'm finding it a little bit strange here. Mankind is not tagging out his partner, especially when they are up against such an established tag team. And Austin has, I'd imagine, got a score to settle with Sheamus following the King of the Ring, and Sheamus obviously overcoming Austin to not only advance through the tournament, but win King of the Ring.
Sheamus has the arm. Oh, wow. That elbow did some damage. He drops the elbow. Mankind needs a miracle.
Sheamus right now is really overwhelming Mankind. And I've said it before, I'll say it again, there is one very easy solution right now for Mankind. Well, not very easy at the moment, that's actually quite out of reach. But if he could just go for his tag team partner and make that tag, perhaps the momentum could shift. But right now, Sheamus with the Irish Curse backbreaker and Mankind with a kick out. Mankind seems hurt. And a Bulldog brings down Sheamus. Here's a cover attempt on the Celtic Warrior. Has he got him? No. Ooh, bro kick, dead in the corner of the Celtic Cross. Drew McIntyre takes out Stone Cold Steve Austin. Cover attempt on Mankind, and the Celtic Cross are both advancing to the Elimination Chamber. I don't imagine Austin's going to appreciate Mankind very much coming out of this one. Austin never got a chance to even compete in the match because Mankind never even considered tagging his partner in. That is going to cause some serious tensions between these two, if I had to imagine. Stone Cold Steve Austin, he wanted in bad, but the Celtic Cross working as a team as they should, and they are now both in the Elimination Chamber, which could make a huge threat to Triple H's brand new World Heavyweight Championship reign. Well, it is go time for Mr. Scorpio here tonight, as unfortunately he is kind of the warm-up for Tensai right now. Tensai set to defend that European Championship this Sunday against Daniel Bryan, but not before going through Scorpio tonight. And, you know, this is a big opportunity for Scorpio to try and pick up an all-important victory. You know, the European title right now is the kind of championship this guy should be setting his sights on, but I don't know about this one. I'm going to be honest. I don't know if this is such a smart move. I don't know that Scorpio can defeat Tensai. I don't know who can defeat Tensai. Yeah, this is not a smart move, honestly. Does he get an introduction? Okay, some people do. Well, there he is, European Championship round his waist. I do wonder how much longer it will be around his waist for. Can Daniel Bryan pull off what would undeniably be just the biggest upset? It's possible. I'm not going to say it isn't, but I am going to say that it's going to be really, really tough for Daniel Bryan to defeat Tensai. I do think that there's a lot of potential in Daniel Bryan. I do feel like we've not quite seen what this guy can do in the ring. But, you know, he did defeat the Great Khali, another all-out giant, for a lack of a better term. So maybe there's something there. But I gotta be honest, I have my doubts. I feel like Tensai is the kind of guy who I feel like you can almost guarantee at this point in time is headed to WrestleMania with the European Championship around his waist. I think right now that championship is not in purgatory. That makes it sound like it's not such a good thing, but I do feel like it's in safe hands, so to speak. Oh. Well, Scorpio managed to knock Tensai off of his feet for a second there to start this match off. But unfortunately for Scorpio, I think he forgot who he was up against. And we recently saw Scorpio suffer a very quick, unfortunate loss to Drew McIntyre over on Superstars this past Saturday. I'm wondering if that unfortunate luck of Scorpio is going to continue here tonight. Right now, it's looking like a very likely yes. I think coming back to SmackDown has just not been quite a blessing for Scorpio. I don't really know what Scorpio needs to do right now. I feel like he needs to reinvent himself and change something about his game plan quite a bit, because unfortunately at the moment he just seems to be everyone's punching bag.
A stiff shot with the elbow. He was one step ahead on that one.
Yeah, unfortunately every time this guy sets foot in the ring, you kind of just know you're going to see him get whipped around and beaten. And Tensai, oh boy. Ooh. Now, if I was Scorpio, I wouldn't even bother kicking out. Okay, well, he's going to. Well, the headbutt failed there, as he's managed to come up with a reversal of his own there against Tensai. I don't know. Oh, I think he might have just made him mad. Tensai now, with the mist on hand. And as if one load isn't enough, Tensai's going to get a second layer in on there. Scorpio recovering from that thrust to the throat, only to be clawed in the face with that green mist. Sweeps the leg out, as we've seen many times before, and I think this one's over. It's another unfortunate loss for Scorpio. As I say, I think this guy's got to really reinvent himself. He's got to change something. Right now, he is on a downward swing, whilst Tensai, I honestly feel like he could go higher than the European Championship right now.
He gets a big victory here tonight. Love him or hate him, that was an incredible match.
Well, this was a big win for Tensai once again. Well, I don't know about big, but it was a win for Tensai. It helps build up those wins in his win-loss column. And I have a feeling Daniel Bryan may be in for a similar experience this Sunday, but you know, we've seen him go toe-to-toe with John Cena. We've seen him defeat the Great Khali in recent history. Maybe he can do an unspoken thing and make Tensai tap out. I have extreme doubts, but I'm not going to let those factor in too much. I'm gonna say that it's possible Daniel Bryan could walk out this Sunday the European champion. Well, yep, Dolph Ziggler set to face off against Edge here tonight, and of course they'll be on opposing sides inside the Elimination Chamber in 9 days' time, when Dolph Ziggler looks to capture the United States Championship. And obviously that's the thing, is when it comes down to the end of that Elimination Chamber, I feel like that's such a crucial moment in the match, because, alright, let's say it comes down to Dolph Ziggler and Edge, as it would be right now. Edge isn't just fighting for Edge's WWE Tag Team Championship at that point. Edge is literally defending Damien Sandow's United States Championship for him. If Dolph Ziggler wins, then his two partners who were maybe eliminated in this hypothetical situation, they capture the tag team titles without being in the match. It's pretty big. It can really change a lot. Of course, Edge as motivated as ever. One of the best there is. You know, I don't really feel like you hear enough about Edge and his talents. The fact that this man right here has got one of the greatest tag team championship reigns we'll have ever witnessed in our life. I don't feel like we're ever going to see it quite like Edge and Christian. They won those tag team titles back at WrestleMania 2 last year, and now we're nearing WrestleMania 3, and they're in their second reign as champions, yes, but they are still holding those championships. They had one slight mishap, but they bounced back from it real quickly.
As the bell rings, remember that there's no guarantee anyone
Dolph Ziggler with a very quick combination of strikes as he begs Edge to get up to his feet, and he does in a clothesline attempt, but Edge catches him off guard there. Following this matchup is our main event for the night, where Undertaker is set to face off against Ryback. I'm very interested in seeing who comes out with that Elimination Chamber spot in our main event match. They'll be joining, we now know, Sheamus and Drew McIntyre, as well as the World Heavyweight Champion Triple H and the former champion Brock Lesnar. There is still one space open after tonight's main event, and I assume that something will happen with that next week. Perhaps Stone Cold Steve Austin can get another shot. After all, he didn't get a chance to compete in the match that was to determine his spot in the match.
And that punch lands hard.
Nice reversal there by Dolph Ziggler as he manages to maintain control over Edge. I really feel like this tag team championship reign between Edge and Christian has really added new life to their career. I feel like ever since WrestleMania 2, we've seen those two really come out with something huge. And it was all off of, an off chance, a mishap. Just the fact that new champions needed to be crowned in that open match. And what it led to was something historic. I do wonder what the future holds for Dolph Ziggler. I've said it time and time again. I feel like 2012 is going to be a very important year for Dolph Ziggler, and I stand by that opinion. Nothing's really shifted that opinion of mine. Only time will tell.
Edge at times doesn't seem to care about what the WWE Universe thinks.
No, I disagree. I think there's nothing more that Edge likes better than to rile up our fans.
Just a fantastic suplex.
Dolph Ziggler standing over Edge there as he takes control of this matchup. This Saturday on Superstars, we've got the Go Home to St. Valentine's Massacre. I believe we've got an important SmackDown match coming your way. I'll just quickly pull up my notes on that so I can let you know. This Saturday on Superstars, tomorrow night, you can see the Royal Rumble winner Antonio Cesaro in action. That's right, as he is set to face off against Christian in one-on-one competition. Christian very upset that he didn't get to win his second ever Royal Rumble, especially considering he came out in the same position when he last won a Rumble. And Ooh, nice leg drop there by Dolph Ziggler. Antonio Cesaro welcoming that challenge. He says he'll face Christian. But of course, the important thing there is that if Antonio Cesaro beats Christian, perhaps the Real Americans could get one step closer to the WWE Tag Team Championships. Reversal as he continues to really overwhelm Edge. I gotta say, this feels like it's really been a tough uphill struggle for Edge in this one. And a zigzag connecting. And Ziggler taking a note out of Edge and Christian's book there as he puts his feet on the ropes, but Edge is able to kick out. Ziggler not letting up at all. Cover attempt once again from Ziggler. Is he able to get the victory? No.
Over the last 10 years, SmackDown has excited the WWE Universe with some of the most memorable moments in television history. And we're witnessing more amazing moments here tonight. Straight kick right to the head, nothing fancy about
Edge. Ooh, big boot across the face of Dolph Ziggler as he pulls him back. Center of the ring. Edge now going for the cover. Is he going to be able to defeat Dolph Ziggler? No. It's going to take a lot more than that. We saw that zigzag from Dolph Ziggler earlier on. Edge is really going to have to step up. He's absolutely owning. Edge got Ziggler locked in that submission hold. I can't wait to see what matchup we get next week. Perhaps we could see CM Punk and Sandow in a much-awaited rematch, or Randy Orton and Sandow.
Now, who does a methodical pace benefit, King? Well, whenever the dominating competitor takes his time.
Maybe even a little bit of an unusual tag match. You know, Sandow and Christian up against Orton and Punk. Could be good. Float over DDT, connecting successfully by Edge. It looks like he may have busted Dolph open with that one. That's no surprise, everyone bleeds. Here in the WWE.
Dolph's in trouble. He's left the ring.
Dolph dumped outside the ring. Gee, I wonder what Edge is planning on doing here. Be sure it would be a shame if someone would have thrown him back in the ring and stop it from happening. You see Dolph Ziggler giving his best impression of what it would look like to kick Edge in the head. Dolph challenging Edge to come back in here and saying, no, I'm not going through a barricade, I'm good. But Edge catches Dolph Ziggler by the boot, and there's the execution. And as if that isn't enough, Edge taking his sweet time, just celebrating the damage that he's done. Cover attempt here on Dolph Ziggler, and Ziggler with a quick kick out. Now Edge coming in fast and strong. Dolph Ziggler looking to be in a real rough state. What? Why did it make that noise? I didn't do anything.
Oh, did you see the force behind that?
Edge backing up. This could spell trouble for Dolph Ziggler. If this connects, Dolph Ziggler is finished. Spear from Edge. Oh, he got him. He did a little kick for a good minute. Okay, Edge is being done. Never mind. Never mind. What do you normally do when you hit a finisher? Continue fighting? Yeah, that's the right choice. Well, of course there's a thing out by Dolph Ziggler. What have you done recently? Ziggler now locking Edge in the sleeper hole. We haven't seen this in a good old while. Edge getting choked out by Dolph Ziggler, and he's so close to the ropes. If he could just reach them, he could make it out of this submission hold, but I think he may be forced to tap out because he wasted winning the match when he should have. Amazing stuff right there. That should have been Edge. I'll say it. It should have been Edge, but he was just too stupid. Dolph trying to show some respect, and of course, I feel like that actually wasn't a very appropriate time to be offering a handshake. They are literally set to go to war inside the chamber next Sunday, but I guess they do have a little bit of history between them, and Dolph maybe just trying to acknowledge that and continue some kind of bond with Edge. But Edge just ain't interested. This has all the makings to be one of the most brutal main events we've seen here on SmackDown. Ryback is undeniably someone who has every right to be competing in a contenders match. The guy has never lost a match. That has all the makings of a potential world champion right there. I do wonder, will this be his time? Or will this be the time his undefeated streak comes to an end? This is a huge main event tonight. Ryback has wanted a tougher challenge for a very long time now, and I don't think they get any tougher than The Undertaker. Look of determination in his face. Undertaker took a hard loss to Brock Lesnar a few weeks back here on SmackDown. And once again, he is in pursuit of his former glory, the World Heavyweight Championship. I wonder what the future holds for this guy. I really do. Will he walk out of Elimination Chamber? Well, the question is, will he even walk into Elimination Chamber? I don't know why I'm asking about walking out of it with the World Heavyweight Championship. Will he actually be able to walk into Elimination Chamber? That's what this match is all about right here. No one more deadly than a dead man. This is it. If Ryback can beat The Undertaker here tonight, he is in with the big leagues from here on out. That is a guy who is, you know, he can find himself situated in World Championship matches, in matches with Brock Lesnar, Triple H, Stone Cold. That guy could see himself at the very top of the food chain on SmackDown. And I think that's exactly what Ryback's wanted all along. The thing is, I don't know if Ryback's really even interested in championships. You know, he had that hardcore championship back on ECW, but an undefeatable monster like himself, who's to say?
This is it.
Well, these two going one-on-one, and Ryback striking away at The Undertaker. And I feel like he's in for a shocking surprise in terms of like the kind of competition that this man is used to compared to what he's going to get tonight.
Ryback into the headlock.
Ryback brings Undertaker down. 20 minutes on the time, and I feel like we're going to need every second of that for this main event tonight. Undertaker catching Ryback in the corner. I don't really know what he's looking to do here. Gets him with the knee drop.
Oh, did you see that knee? And that's a stiff kick. Another stiff kick.
Would you like to point out any other stiff kicks?
Down on the head.
Side suplex brings down The Undertaker. Ryback, not exactly known as a you know, a technical style, a slow methodical pace, etc. This is very much a kind of go in there and normally hammer away at the opponent and just kind of wear them down, throw them from buckle to buckle. You know, the big clothesline we just saw attempted there. Very traditional Ryback move. This guy is very much all power, and I feel Undertaker is a very versatile opponent. I feel like this is going to be a really tough challenge for Ryback because he's just not going to be used to someone like The Undertaker at all.
Not this time. Controlling the head. The dead man from behind. Oh!
And just to strike out that knee from underneath Ryback.
Undertaker controlling the arm. Ryback with a reversal.
I'm curious just how long we could see this match go.
What a nasty elbow. Oh, elbow to the nose. The big boot, what a sickening impact.
You know, one thing I'm really interested in at Elimination Chamber is it will be Brock Lesnar's first appearance, if things keep up, since losing the World Heavyweight Championship. And I can't imagine what that man is like right now.
He's heading out of the ring now. And there's the
I'm not sure I want to know. All I know is he's probably more dangerous than ever. The Chamber might be a really deadly thing to put someone like Brock Lesnar in. We saw how many times he tried to break the arm of Triple H with that Kimura lock in their recent exchange at the Royal Rumble. Oh, another big clothesline. This time he actually gets him. Undertaker's head in the ropes. Of course, you can't expect someone like Ryback to really be that aware of that kind of thing. I mentioned this before. He's not really, you know, a ring professional, so to speak, in that sense. He's a great athlete. He's a great competitor, but is he an in-ring specialist? No. You know what I mean. I just realized how that sounded.
Lifts his opponent up.
A chokeslam crashing to the floor.
Undertaker takes control of this matchup now. And you should very much expect this from the dead man. Fights back against the Undertaker, but Undertaker finds him whipped off the ropes, back body drop. Ah, the old educated feet. We all have him, we all know him, we all love him.
And again the feet fly. The dead man with the arm.
Ryback turned that around.
Ryback and Undertaker going back to back with each other. I feel like this is someone that's really bringing Ryback to his limits. But Ryback is still managing to hang with the Undertaker, and you can't take that for granted. You can't ignore that.
Who's going to get the advantage and maintain control? Another shot with the boot.
Undertaker stomping down on Ryback.
Struggling for control.
Interesting move by Undertaker there. He kind of helped Ryback up to his feet and then just stood there.
Just a fantastic suplex.
Undertaker counters it. Oh, what a painful kick.
Undertaker controlling the waist.
Ouch.
Undertaker into
There's
the
definitely a real struggle for control in this matchup between these two. But the crazy thing is, we're 5 minutes deep. I don't feel like we've really gotten anywhere in this match. And I don't mean that in a sense of like disrespect towards each superstar. I mean that in a sense of like, I just don't think that anything's really changed, so to speak. I feel like these two are very evenly matched right now.
Oh my gosh! Got the arm up.
Oh man, that's
Move there by the Undertaker. Oh, Ryback with another reversal.
I think I saw two fly out.
Not today. Too fast.
I do wonder if Undertaker was ever voted into one of those hardcore championship matches. Would he have defeated Ryback all that time ago for the hardcore title? When we speak about hardcore, these two now find themselves fighting on the outside, and honestly, it's no surprise to see that the ring couldn't contain these two. You don't want to get counted out, as I believe then neither of them join the Elimination Chamber next Sunday. I'm told that next week on SmackDown we've got a huge main event, a tag team match set to come your way, as the winner of this match will pair up with Triple H to face off against the Celtic Cross, just 2 days before they all face off in the Elimination Chamber.
Here we go. Tree of woe.
Oh, you are completely defenseless.
You're
here.
Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. How do you prepare for either of these two, plus Triple H? I couldn't imagine something more nightmarish to be told you're up against.
Boy, he was able to reverse it, get out of that.
Big strike to the back of Undertaker. Ryback going for the cover. Smart move there off that, but Undertaker continues to hang in there.
Boot to the gut. Undertaker
I mean this. Honestly, these guys don't seem to be slowing down. They don't seem worn out at all.
He's enjoying this.
Caught the leg. Wow.
Undertaker with a belly-to-belly.
And he dodges that one.
Ryback continues to fight back.
Goes behind.
Undertaker from behind. Never mind. Undertaker continues to fight back himself.
Controlling the waist.
Taking Ryback off his feet.
Dodges to the side of that one.
And now Ryback with a big belly-to-belly.
A little display of confidence here by Ryback.
He's trying to get the fans on their feet. They love that feed me more.
Too slow.
See the way Undertaker just kind of knows when Ryback's going to throw a certain move. He's able to just throw up that hand and just so casually block a strike that would probably knock the common man out in an instant.
The knee.
Sorry, Dusty, I don't know why I said that about you. I wasn't doing this.
And that punch lands hard.
Undertaker striking away at the gut of Ryback. I feel like we could be nearing the beginning of the end for one of these two, potentially. As a lot of matches don't generally go past this kind of time mark. But as I said before, they seem to be running on some kind of unlimited energy here. Oh, hang on. Undertaker going for something. Ryback with a reversal drops him down.
Tombstone for the moment. A sharp kick.
Well, it seemed like Undertaker may have had the match in the palm of his hands there, but no. Well, maybe he was scooping him up for a tombstone, I'd imagine, but Ryback was able to kind of maneuver his way out of that situation. I do wonder if Ryback's got what it takes to kick out of the tombstone. Ooh, the meat hook clothesline. That has won Ryback many matches before. Not tonight, though. Big boot by Ryback. And he's calling for the shell shock. This is... I don't believe anyone's ever kicked out of this before. Ryback, with Undertaker on his shoulders, drops him center of the ring with the shell shock into the cover. Undertaker, what? Ryback in disbelief strikes Undertaker and picks him up a second time. I guess if at first you don't succeed, 2 shell shocks on the Undertaker. This has got to be it. Oh my god! What is the Undertaker made of? You see the speed Undertaker is still moving at? It's like the shell shock didn't do anything to him. Nice move there by Ryback. I wouldn't waste time gloating. It's not over yet. Once again takes out the leg from underneath Ryback. It's an interesting move Undertaker's gone for more than once now. Ryback now sends Undertaker crashing into the corner. Ooh. You see the way he whipped down onto the floor there.
Undertaker controlling the waist.
I feel like since that meat hook and those 2 shell shocks, Ryback has really found himself in control. Quite naturally, I want to add. Ryback out of the ring. We often don't see Ryback retreat like that. I think he's getting a little bit more desperate than I'd ever expected to see this guy get. Ooh. It looks like they just went crashing through that steel chair there. Privately legal, Undertaker didn't actually use the chair. And as Undertaker rushes to the ring, Ryback just kind of casually returning at his own pace. What a back and forth. Oh my god, look at this. Once again, he brings Undertaker down with that big boot. Undertaker now, was this? Got him up in the... Oh, got him in a cross arm breaker here. Gonna try and wear Ryback down with a submission hold. I've never seen anyone attempt that on Ryback before, I don't believe. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Undertaker gonna go flying from that top turnbuckle. And the superplex connecting. Cover attempt by Ryback. Has he beaten him? Still no. At what point do you think Ryback's going to think to himself, what the hell do I have to do? Assuming he hasn't already thought that is. A stare down between these two. And back outside the ring they go. What a clothesline by The Undertaker. Into the barricade. This is a situation where I wouldn't be surprised if we saw someone go through one. It would actually make a lot of sense for once. Ryback welcoming Undertaker back into the ring. He's watching on.
Squeezing down on the head.
I mean, really, what more can these guys do? Oh. I mean, we haven't seen the Tombstone, we've not seen the Last Ride, we haven't really seen any of Undertaker's kind of more traditional finishing moves. We've seen 2 shell shots and a meat hook clothesline from The Undertaker. I mean, sorry, from Ryback to The Undertaker. It'd be a little strange for Undertaker to be doing those moves. And again, as Ryback gets Undertaker leaned up on those ropes, Undertaker continues to fight back. This is so competitive. On the line is both a World Heavyweight Championship shot and, of course, in Ryback's case, his undefeated streak. Undertaker runs his thumb across his neck there. And that can only ordinarily mean one thing. Will he, though? Here comes the snake eyes from The Undertaker. Former World Heavyweight Champion is looking very impressive right now.
If you take out the leg, you take out power.
Ryback catching Undertaker with a strike. Oh no, caught him by the throat. Undertaker with a big choke slam to Ryback. Brings him down, goes in for the cover. Is Ryback finished? No. This match has really broken down. These two are getting so physical with each other right now. Time is running out on this match. We have got 5 minutes remaining on the clock. Cover attempt here by Ryback on The Undertaker.
He is definitely going to have those ribs looked at after this match.
Sends him into that corner. And now Undertaker with a leg sweep. And I really thought for a second when Undertaker busted out that chokeslam, I thought, well, this is it. This has got to be it. Boston Crab here by The Undertaker. It's a very interesting situation. You don't often see Undertaker go to the well with submission holds quite like this. Ryback makes it to the ropes.
Undertaker controlling the arm.
What a match. What a main event here on SmackDown.
Nowhere to go. Center of the ring.
Another submission hold. Undertaker perhaps realizing that Ryback is slowing down. He is getting more and more hurt naturally as this match has gone on. We're 16 minutes deep into this main event fight. An undefeated streak and a World Heavyweight title shot at stake. Ryback has slowly crawled his way to the ropes and he made it. Undertaker catches Ryback and again catches him by the throat. Another choke slam sends him bending over his own neck from the collision. Cover attempt here on Ryback. It's over. Ryback's undefeated streak comes to an end, but I gotta tell you, there's nothing to be ashamed of in the way that it did. That was a classic. So the Undertaker qualifies for the Elimination Chamber next Sunday. It'll be Undertaker, the Celtic Cross, Triple H, Brock Lesnar, and one other participant. I don't know who it's going to be, but unfortunately we now know it won't be Ryback. Huge win for the Undertaker here tonight. It took a lot out of him, but he finally got it in the end, and he is now one step closer to winning another World Championship. Can it be done next Sunday? Only time will tell, but for now, Undertaker joins the Elimination Chamber, and I'll see you tomorrow night for Superstars.